Maurice and Odie gonna take over like Zach and Cody. Black and Snurdy is the best podcast. Gonna boom like Wile E. Coyote. Gonna meet magic, they move like they hairy. Ain't talking about mental health, no, it's not scary. You know that she coming up with the astrology. Mo got a comic and that's the best policy. Maurice the goat, talking about animation cause you know. Odie she moving wavy like the boat. Watching some movies and she taking notes. Yeah, kick back, listen. Black and Snurdy have risen. Upload on a mission. 5 stars, never dissing. Black and Snurdy, ooh. Black and Snurdy, yeah. Black and Snurdy.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Black. Okay. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Black and Snurdy podcast, the only podcast where two sexy black nerds get together to shoot the shit. I am Mo, aka Kid Licorish,
and I'm Odie.
And together we are the aforementioned nerds here on episode 154 of the Black and Snurdy podcast. How are you doing, my dear?
I am feeling pretty good.
Yes.
It's a new week. Well, we're going to start.
Been gone for a minute.
Now we're back with the jump off. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I feel like the summer is coming towards its end.
Yes.
But I'm trying to enjoy all of it to the fullest for as long as I can. Still a lot of fun things going on this week.
Sure.
Or coming up. So, I'm looking forward to it.
That's good.
Forward to the things happening during the summer.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. We've already had multiple adventures this summer. It's been a pretty... Oh, wrong one. Hold on. It's not even going to be worth it by the time I find it. It's been a good summer, I would say.
Yeah.
By and large, some hiccups here and there, but by and large, a pretty good summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Looking forward to some restful days coming up. Yeah.
Did you message about Cookie?
Yeah, I did. I'm going to be watching Cookie.
Good.
Yeah. A little extra dough in my pocket. So that's always greatly appreciated. Yeah, sorry. If I'm a little bit tongue tied, it's been a minute since we've done one of these, so I'm a little bit rusty.
Because what was it?
Normally the banter is a little bit quicker in fast forwarding. It's faster, but we taken like a few weeks off now.
We haven't taken. It's been a week.
It's been a couple weeks.
No, we didn't do last week's episode. We've done an episode.
What about the week before that?
We did an episode since we've been back from Tobago. Remember?
Okay.
It's only been 1 week.
It feels like it's been longer.
Yeah, well, anytime we miss a week, it always feels like it's longer coming back.
Yeah,
so it hasn't been that long. But well, good. Are you ready to start the show? Yes.
Well, let us start by bringing down things a little bit with our RIP section. In the last bit of time, we've lost a couple major individuals. First, we're going to talk about Malcolm Jamal Warner. For those of you who do not know, Malcolm Jamal Warner was famously Theo Huxtable from The Cosby Show. He also was the producer on the Magic School Bus.
Yes, he was. And he was. I found out reading his obituary from the AP News that he actually won a Grammy Award because he was a poet. He put out a poetry
album,
R&B jazz album, I believe. And he won a Grammy for that, which is amazing. He also, he was directing episodes of different shows. He directed Malcolm and Eddie, which I always loved Malcolm and Eddie.
I loved Malcolm and Eddie.
Because that was like the first time you got to see him after, like, really in his own lead show.
Yeah, for sure.
The Cosby Show.
For sure. I couldn't tell you. Malcolm and Eddie is a lot like the Wayans brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I watch that so often, but I cannot tell you an episode.
I can't tell you an episode. Like, I have vague memories, certain ones, but it was just like nice. It was like these two guys.
Yeah.
The cast was great.
Yeah.
Him and Eddie Griffin really worked well together. And it was just like fun, and it was nice to see him continuing acting, because I think, like, he even said he was always worried about, an interview saying he was always worried about being one of those, like, Where Are They Now stars, or like those child stars that go into ruin. But he lived a great life. He had an amazing career.
Yes.
And he was always such an uplifting person.
He was in a couple episodes of Community.
He was in the most recently The Resident, and I think his last show was 911. That I think it's a police drama with I believe that's the one with Angela Bassett.
Yes.
And so he's been doing a lot of things. Most recently, a video that's been going viral is an episode, he was on an episode of Melissa Ford, the former video vixen. He was on an episode of one of her podcasts, and this is one of his last interviews, and he was just saying things that people found that were
fragile,
but also kind of just a great end. Like, these are like the great last words that that someone could say.
Yeah.
Which is the music stopped. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
in the blink of an eye.
You never know.
You never know. So speaking of legacy, life, it's fragile, and in the blink of an eye,
You never know.
you never know. So speaking of legacy, what do you hope that your legacy is going to be? It's a tough question, huh?
Yeah, especially
Kids
because
help with the
because
legacy
as-
question, right?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, and because I'm 54, I think about that a lot.
Mhm.
So it's interesting. I remember my mother said to me one time that Mr. Cosby gave you immortality,
Facts. That is very true.
right?
Hmm.
So I know on one lane, uh, there's legacy there, but also because my life, those former years were always about life beyond Cosby,
Hmm.
right? So I feel like, okay, there's that legacy there, but then because I've had this full life, after that show, uh, there's another lane of legacy that I get to leave, and I'm still working through that. There is part of me that I will be able to leave this earth, knowing and people knowing that I was a good person.
Hmm.
And I talked to my dad. I talked to him yesterday, and what he said to me often, you know, uh, people love you, and people are always talking about, your career and your success and all of that.
Mhm.
He said, but what really makes me the most proud is that you are a good person.
Hmm.
And I had it from my dad.
That's wonderful.
But I'm a good person because my dad's a good person. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
It is possible to walk through this world, um, and with all of the darkness in the world, it is possible to maintain your soul
Hmm.
and be a good person.
It is. It definitely is.
Yeah. So those
that
are
was-
some nice touching
That's
last
beautiful.
words.
I
Yeah.
think that that's really all that anyone could want, is just for you to leave this earth better than
The way you
than when you came in. And the people in the lives of the people that you meet. So that's just beautiful, and we are sending our love to his family and his friends. He was married. He had a daughter who he talked about his daughter all the time, and with so many like loving messages. He never put out the name of his wife and daughter because he wanted to protect their privacy.
Sure.
Which honestly, I think is important, especially now that he's passed. And thankfully I haven't seen any pictures of like paparazzi swarming the funeral or things like that have come
TMZ.
out. Yeah, that would have taken out. Just like if somebody in life did not want certain things published, you should allow the people in their life to decide when they want to disclose the information. Like when his daughter becomes 18, 21, whatever, and she decides, okay, I'm ready for the world to know I'm Malcolm Jamal Warner's daughter.
Sure.
That, she could do that, but that's nothing that anyone should like force out to the open, So it's just nice to see that people have been, at least at this point,
respecting the privacy,
his privacy and his wishes.
Yeah.
Another person that we lost is Chuck Mangione. And I will say that
musician,
an actor. He played in King of the Hill, which I've only recently really started watching.
Yes.
Because when we were younger, I used to watch it like, when it would be on.
Yes.
But since you've been watching it, like now it's like, I'm watching it more, and it's like he was such a fun little part of the cast.
Yeah, he was a nice little cameo. He played himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically, he played a version of himself that was always in Arlington, Texas, always playing his song "It Feels So Good." That song. That's his most famous song that he's known for. And he was just hilarious on that show, and he was a very gifted musician.
Yeah.
Muzak. That's the genre that he dabbled in. Jazz.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But he lived a great long life. He passed away at 84 years old.
Sure.
They didn't give a reason why, but he was 84, so hopefully it was natural causes. But like I think for any artist, it's like to leave, like Michael Jamal Warner was saying, leaving a legacy of like leaving joy and love in people's hearts. So
sure.
Thank you to these two icons in their own right. Rest in power, and we are sending, of course, all our love to your family and friends.
Yes.
So thank you. Now, are you ready to get into the antics of the last few weeks?
Sure.
When you want a hot meal without a big deal, what are you gonna pick?
Pop topics. Now, where do you want to start?
Well, I think that we should just kind of start off with two people that, if you notice, we did not include them in our RIP section. And we had to talk about that because we weren't sure, due to their past, do we want to put them in the same category as people who we are looking back at their legacy and being like, wow, these people were like amazing and did all these great things.
These two, they're legends in their own right, but their legacy has been tainted. Is tainted, and it's complicated.
Tainted in a way that makes it feel kind of like, at least for me,
kind of weird.
It feels weird to be like, oh, rest in power.
Yeah. Because there's the person side of me that's like, oh, we lost an individual.
Exactly.
And then there's like the fan inside of me that's like, oh, we lost a legend.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's like the realness of me that's like, well, yeah, but, racism.
Exactly. So
essentially,
if you don't know who those people are, we're talking about Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness.
Yes.
From Black Sabbath, correct? I believe Black Sabbath. So one, if you don't know, Hulk Hogan, huge wrestler of the 90s and
iconic
2000s.
Wrestler. Basically, like for the longest time, if you thought of wrestling, of professional wrestling,
it was Hulk Hogan.
It was Hulk Hogan. Like, he was the face of American wrestling.
I think that I remember my cousin Chris had a Mr. Stretch doll
of Hulk Hogan. Yeah,
and I believe
did too.
it was of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
I remember I loved it because I was like, this is so fun.
Yeah.
And like,
did you ever open it to see what was inside? And it was all that like syrupy looking shit.
If we ever opened, we didn't open it on purpose, but I think eventually after us stretching it out so much, that like
it just started to like seep out.
Yeah. So like he did this. Randy Savage did the Slim Jims.
Yeah, Randy Savage did Slim Jims.
Hulk Hogan had like whatever. What was his slogan?
Say your prayers, eat your vitamins. It's Hulkamania's running wild.
Yeah. And so, like, I think so many of us.
What you gonna do, brother, when Hulkamania runs wild on you? Those
are the key phrases that from our childhood, all that. And even I remember when he started having his reality show. My mom and I, like, we used to watch it all the time. Like, loved it. We loved his family, all that. But it all
what was it? Hogan Knows Best.
I think it was Hogan Knows Best.
Yeah.
But I want to say this might have been a few years after the show aired.
It was at least a decade ago.
Yeah, because it was 2015. Now I want to say that this time I had already stopped watching the show, so I don't know how long it had been on or off at this point.
Sure.
But a recording came out because I think this was at the time that Hulk Hogan, whose birth name was Terry Bollea, you said?
Bollea.
There was a leaked conversation about his daughter's boyfriend at the time, and at the time, like I forget his daughter's name, Brooke. But she's like this tall, statuesque, Amazonian looking, beautiful blonde woman.
Mm-hmm.
And she started dating a black guy. I remember it was like out in public, like everyone knew, right? No one's thinking anything weird about that. Like, obviously, people might have been like, "Oh, she's dating a black guy," but there was no like, "Oh gosh, this is crazy," right? But Hulk Hogan I think was in arguing with her, and we don't know who leaked it, but a tape recording of a conversation that he was having that came out, ruffled over a little bit of feathers, and I'm going to say what he said. I mean, I'd rather if she was going to fuck some N-word, hard ER, I'd rather have her marry an 8-foot tall N-word worth $100 million like a basketball player. I guess we're all a little racist. Fucking N-words. So at the time,
clearly he had been to see Avenue Q. Everyone's a little bit racist.
So
and clearly I am too.
He had a short ban from the WWE. Of course, it didn't last long. He got back and reinstated. He got back into the hall. Into the Hall of Fame.
Anecdotally, in the WWE, he met with the wrestlers, and the reason why I know this is because this whole thing leaked. And all the black wrestlers rolled their eyes to it. He essentially apologized not for what he said, but essentially for getting caught saying it.
He said, "I'm sorry if I hurt any of you. I didn't know I was being recorded."
Exactly.
That's the reason.
That was the issue. No, the issue isn't his blatant racism. The issue is that he was racist in a way that everybody could see.
Mm-hmm.
We like our racism in the closet. We like our gays out the closet. We like our racists in the closet.
So like when I found out that he passed away, it was kind of like, oh, well, that like sucks for his family, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm only can think about him spewing the N-word like it's freaking candy out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Or spittle, I guess. Because I guess you wouldn't spew candy out of your mouth. But either way, it was gross and disgusting.
Sure.
And then not Hulk Hogan, and then Ozzy Osbourne on the other side, like he was someone who, of course, we knew him from chomping the bat's head off, like being this like hard heavy metal rocker and all that, devil worshiping, all this stuff, right? But then for us, because we grew up with the Ozzy Osbourne show, like a reality show, we used to watch it again all the time.
What was it called? Meet the Osbournes? Or
I think it was Meet the Osbournes. And that obviously it was a very different view of him because now he's just like an old family man,
yeah,
who like has, is slurring his words and talking because he's had all these years of drug and alcohol abuse. He's yelling out Sharon like to his wife every moment, and it was like fun. It was like, okay, he's just a grandpa, like whatever.
Yeah, he's an old man.
But then you hear reports about him calling people the N-word, and in his heyday, and his wife also being racist, especially towards Meghan Markle. And you're like, well, is this somebody who I want to be kind of like crying over? Like, I do love Black Sabbath music. I'm sad for his family that he's gone, but was he someone that I look back at his legacy and say, yeah, they were a great person, and I wish they were like still here to spread whatever views they have about people that look like me.
Yeah, I had this conversation with one of my coworkers. I was like, I'm torn because as huge of a wrestling fan as I am, I understand that Hulk Hogan essentially was a big part of a lot of people's childhoods. Like, if you're older than me, like, then you remember Hulk Hogan in his heyday. If you're my age, maybe a little bit younger, you remember Hulk Hogan in the NWO. As a wrestling fan, I am torn. And I was explaining this to one of my coworkers. And if you were my age or older, you remember him. Actually, if you're older than me, because I'm a young man, if you're older than me, then you remember him in like his prime. Like, I'm talking 70s, 80s, in the Rocky movies. You remember him being in Nanny Commando, whatever the fuck that terrible movie was. Over the Top. There's another movie that he was in he was in Gremlins too. You remember him like as like the man who like beat the shit out of I was about to say Eric Andre. Andre the Giant.
When was he fighting him, like in wrestling or
wrestling? It's like one of the most iconic wrestling matches of all time is Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. And he picks Andre the Giant up and slams him. Like, that's like the big iconic thing. If you're my age, you remember him from the NWO when he like, because all these years he was like Mr. Patriot, America first kind of guy. And then he went bad. He turned heel. He became a bad guy with the NWO with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. And that revitalized his career. I remember him wrestling The Rock at one of the WrestleManias. It was one of the most iconic wrestling matches of all time. I remember all of this stuff about him fondly. At the same time, though, the blackness of me will never forgive the fact that this dude was just out here being a racist, and then tried to not cover it up, but tried to not even give. He didn't even give like a good apology. He got caught. He said he got caught, and then and then of course his politics also.
I mean, both of him and Ozzy had terrible politics.
The politics I can kind of look the other way on a little bit. It's the racism for me.
Yeah, because the politics is the racism as well. Because like Ozzy Osbourne telling people not to use his music in anti-Trump ads and like being anti-immigration, like that's connected to your racism, sir. Like, so it's not indistinguishable, because if you're bigoted against people in one area, you're probably bigoted against people in another area and another one. It's all intersectional. So, it's kind of like whatevs, like what else could we talk about?
Is it sad that they died as human beings? Yes, it is.
We can agree for that.
Yes, but at least for me, it has been. It was, it now is, and it will forever be fuck Hulk Hogan Day. Sorry.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
Things will never be the same. It is just what it is. So,
Well,
not even RIP. Like,
I mean, sorry for your loss.
sorry for your loss. I feel bad. I feel bad for the family. Yeah. Anyhow,
speaking of other people who are tarnishing their legacy, Shannon Sharpe has settled with the OnlyFans model that he was dating, which we talked about a few episodes ago, where basically they were going out. She's 20 years old. That it's certain of how old she was when they actually met. But I think they met at the gym. Was it the gym or on a plane or something like that?
sure.
And he proceeded to date her because, as he told Ocho Cinco, he dates his wallet or whatever bullshit.
Yeah, he dates his account,
his bank account, which was so stupid and doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
But
his pay range or something.
But even still, like, you're paying. If you're saying, "Oh, I'm dating my bank account," then the number would be higher because you're saying you have such a high number in your bank account, or you're saying that I have so many options that I can date people of any attractiveness that I want. Like, if I want someone who's like just as successful as me and just as wealthy and whatever. Not like I can now date little girls who are barely legal. Like, this is some fucking blacked porn. But they had this relationship at some point in the last few months. She alleged that at some point he was extremely rough. They were not having, he was raped her, or at least abused her in some way sexually, and was suing him. So he is paying about $20+ million to her, and she has immediately retired from OnlyFans.
Yes. As one could probably do when you're set up like that.
And there were so many fun posts about this, but I wanted to share this one because I think it was pretty short and sweet. From Chris Evans at Not Capping America on Twitter. Shannon Sharpe has to pay $23 million to a white Latina with a pancake ass, but told his daughter she had a max budget of $30K for her wedding, so she'd need to serve her guests spaghetti, create a generational wealth for somebody else's family. And he did.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
Also, ESPN cut ties with Shannon Sharpe.
They cut ties with him. So, I'm sure he's gonna find him like some kind of what is that black woman that you always think is so hot? The mom from Greenleaf. She's a beautiful Diane Carroll, because she's passed away.
I know who you're talking about.
The mom from Greenleaf.
I know who you're talking about. He's
gonna find like a beautiful,
older,
age appropriate woman.
Lynn Whitfield.
He's gonna find a Lynn Whitfield type who is basically gonna be the Megan Good to his Jonathan Major,
or Loretta Devine, because Loretta is fine.
And the thing about it, these kind of men, they always try to salvage themselves through black women.
Yeah.
And so he's going to find his Megan Good.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be dating.
Yes.
We're going to see pictures. Maybe he's going to break up a fight at Chick-fil-A. The next thing you know, he's going to be taking her family to Ruth's Chris or something. Nobu. Showing this money.
See, you have a very optimistic look.
No, this is what's gonna happen. I'm telling you, this is gonna be his redemption plan. He's gonna then, he's gonna start getting Tyler Perry on his show,
sure,
or something. He's gonna do the whole redemption arc. He's gonna propose to her in this big lavish thing, and then Black America will forgive him. And he'll find himself like a to-be talk show if whatever Club Shay Shay goes left. Because first of all, what grown man calls his show Club Shay Shay?
Now here's the thing. Like, you think this is very optimistic of you thinking that he's gonna find himself a black woman to get a redemption arc. Me, I think no lessons will be learned. I think he's just gonna lean into it. If anything, he's gonna just find himself a slightly older
30 maybe
white woman. No, I'm talking about maybe like 28, 27, maybe 26.
Mm-hmm.
But someone who and actually like make a wife out of her as opposed to just fucking around and stuff.
Well, there's somebody who is there's one person who is plotting on Shannon Sharpe's downfall, and maybe unsurprisingly, it is Shaq. This leaked video came out, or linked audio.
Shaq is a phenomenal basketball.
So let's see what.
I don't know if you're on this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Shaq said he's paying top dollar for any information on old boy. So, again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around. So, just want to put that out there.
Yeah, look, he's trying to get that dirt.
My question to you is, would you spill dirt on a friend or colleague?
Yes.
How much money would you need? This, like, say if it's someone like Shaq, like how much money would you say? Like, you want something?
A few million. A few million.
You think he's gonna pay a few million?
A few million.
I think he would probably pay 500,000. Maybe 300 if it's hot and spicy.
If it's hot and spicy.
If it's
look,
just like,
listen. If I look, I'm very close with all of my friends, and I keep a small circle so that because the close ones will hurt you, so keep a small circle. That's the advice that I live by. So if I ever need to spill the beans on any of them for anything, you better believe I'm looking for top dollar. I'm looking for millions. I'm looking for millions to dig out the dirt. The dirt. Yeah. See, you're you. So of course you get this dirt for free. But I might even.
You mean because I get it. Yes, I get the dirt.
You get the dirt for free, but even that might have to change very soon because the bank account is not bank accounting. I'm over here watching dogs as a side hustle.
I mean, it's the American dream.
It is not the American. It's American nightmare. It's Cody Rhodes up in this bitch.
It is.
So I would ask for a few million, a few.
Okay.
So not a couple. Like 3 to 5 million.
Now, is Shaq being Drake or Kendrick in this moment?
Oh, he's definitely Drake. Because Drake was the one who was putting money out on the streets for anything about Kendrick or about Pusha T.
Okay. All right.
And came back with nothing because they are upstanding individuals or just real ones. They're just real ones.
Yeah. Well, hey, Shannon, fuck you. I mean,
it's just fuck you, Shannon.
Because the thing about it is, the thing that pissed me off about him, and the thing is, I would say over the years, even though, like, I remember Shannon Sharpe obviously playing his sport, football or whatever, when I was younger, like seeing him, just like Deion Sanders, like these are men that I've grown up with, right?
Sure.
Always think, like, oh, he's attractive, da da da. But then even thinking he was funny as in the most recent, like, oh, Uncle Shannon, whatever, right? But watching him on Club Shay Shay has been so infuriating because as a journalist, take a shot, watching somebody have such poor listening skills when chatting with another person, that you're disseminating this information to millions of people, have access, billions across the world, unless the YouTube is not available there.
Yeah, it's part of the reason why I don't want any guests on the show.
To hear you say, to hear you just, someone tells you, like, I forgot who the young rapper was that was on his show. And he says to Shannon, like, you can't be old and sloppy. You have to pick a struggle, right?
I think that might have been Lil Yachty.
Lil Yachty. And Shannon just, yep, you can't be sloppy. You got to be working out. And it's like, Shannon, he's not talking about fucking going to the gym.
It's coonery designed. Coonery disguised as journalism, but it's entertainment.
And the thing
it's
about
entertainment.
It is, it's not
just entertainment.
It has. I think that like his countryness has nothing to do with his ignorance. He is just an ignorant man who doesn't know how to listen.
Sure.
And probably also suffering from CTE. We can't deny that. He's gotten hit in his head a lot in the year.
I don't know if I tie
some
CTE to his behavior.
I think we could say that's probably.
You think it's CTE?
He has some a little bit. He's been knocked around a lot.
Yeah, but
think about how long he's been playing football. He's probably been playing football since he was a young kid. How much his brain's been knocking around that fucking helmet. It's been loosened some screws.
Okay.
Maybe he can't. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe it's traumatic brain injury, but maybe it's just him being a fucking asshole and having all this money and power and not caring. Maybe it's both. I don't know. But he doesn't need to be interviewing people because he doesn't know how to listen. He doesn't know how to follow up. He doesn't know how to answer questions. And it's like we're laughing at him, not with him. And I don't think that is entertaining.
He's a walking, talking South Park episode.
Yes.
Essentially.
Exactly.
He's a parody of a rich man who loses his mind by doing all the things that rich man does. Talking reckless and fucking young women.
Well, yeah. And let's see where it got you.
Yeah.
See where that shit got you.
Yeah. See, if I had money, I would be the no, never mind. I'm not going to say that, but I would be a different type of freak.
Mm-hmm.
I would be the freak who would pay people to have sex in front of me, as opposed to me having sex with people.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, there's power imbalance or anything like that, but I would be nice about it.
Well, you would ask them if they would.
I'd be like, hey, you. Do y'all want to have sex with each other? Y'all attractive?
Maybe it should be more of like
I find a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find a couple, and I'm like
random people.
Indecent. Oh yeah,
not indecent. Indecent
proposal. It's an indecent proposal.
First of all, can someone proposal me?
Actually, this is a decent proposal. If anything,
want a decent
I'm not asking to have sex with your wife. I'm asking you to have sex with your wife in front of me while I eat popcorn in some Pop Rocks.
So you could just be crackling.
I'm not even cranking anything. I'm literally just watching. Yeah, Sprite and Pop Rocks, kettle corn popcorn, and just watching it as if it's Madagascar.
That sounds fun. I'll join you in that.
Yeah,
they can get you a nice room of the platform, so you don't even have to be there.
No,
be in the back.
Well, I want them to know. I want them to know that I'm there.
Bed. You get to sit in the corner.
Yeah, I mean,
or like a couch, have a lounge.
Yeah, I'm on the couch.
A fainting couch.
Yeah. You know what it would be?
Mm-hmm.
Without giving too much detail, do you remember last weekend, that basement? It would kind of be like that setup, except over here would be in front of us.
But I'm sure that this young woman is going to spend her $23 million. Hopefully, she spends it wisely, so she doesn't have to do this again, or
spend it recklessly,
or whatever.
Because you're spicy white in America. You can do whatever you want. You got $23 million now.
She'll probably become a trad wife or something.
A what wife?
A trad wife.
What's a trad wife?
One of those like traditional wives. They just cook at home.
Oh, a traditional. Stop making fetch a thing.
This is what they call them.
They do not call themselves trad wives.
Do you want to bet?
Trad?
Do you want to bet?
I absolutely don't, because they probably do, and it's stupid. Like,
no one said it wasn't stupid. I never said it wasn't stupid. It's stupid. But that's what they call themselves.
Leave.
There's a whole hashtag.
Leave the TikTok lingo to the young kids.
This is what they call themselves.
Who are
no cap.
league gooners and
That's from
and
Twitter.
all that other stuff.
Gooners I saw on Twitter.
To the youth. Okay. We have our slang. We have our slang, and our slang slaps. Okay. Their slang, let them have theirs, and we just will never say it.
Right.
And there's nothing that will make me feel old more than saying the same things that young people are saying.
Listen, language is fluid.
Yes, it is, but at a certain age it becomes stagnant. Now, what's next?
Well, someone else has received a
bunch of money,
a settlement. FKA Twigs, who had filed a lawsuit against Shia LaBeouf in 2020 for abuse during their relationship, has been awarded a settlement. We do not know how much it is. It's been it's not going to be public. Bless you.
Thank you.
But I am very happy for her. I remember when she came out with the story, everybody was obviously like shocked because she's a huge star, he's a huge star, and nobody could have ever imagined this would happen because they started dating. I think it was like 2018. I remember when we started seeing them together. They were together for about a year, and then this kind of bombshell lawsuit, similar. I think it was kind of similar, had the similar effect on like the culture as like Diddy's, because it was like these two huge people, this shocking lawsuit that really, when you read it was just read just as terrible as some of the stuff that like Cassie had said she went through.
Sure.
She alleged that he physically, emotionally, mentally abused her, that he had given her STD, and just like was separating her from her family and isolating her and things like that. But I'm happy for her. He has obviously had a tank in his career since this happened. He was dropped by his agency, CAA, which is a huge
That's agency. A huge agency.
He's went to inpatient treatment. He did say in an email to the New York Times, he said that many of these allegations are not true. I have no excuses for my alcoholism or aggression, only rationalizations. I have been abusive to myself and everyone around me for years. I have a history of hurting people closest to me. I'm ashamed of that history and sorry to those that I hurt. But FK Twigs, she said when she initially put out this, what she said about the lawsuit was that she would like to be able to raise awareness on the tactics of abusers that use to control you and take away your agency. And she wanted to do so as such a big artist, because otherwise, so many people, if she was like an average everyday woman, nobody would believe her. I think after this came out, there were some women who came forward who weren't in the spotlight, who had said that they had relationships with Shia that were not, the best and were toxic and kind of semi-abusive in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm happy for her. At the end of the day, for whatever the reason she settled, and settlement does not mean that what she was saying was false. It just means that they have decided that we don't want to have to go to trial. This is what I'll give you to drop the suit and you'll go forward. And that's what it was. And since there was like, unlike Cassie's where there was like criminal aspects to it, if there are no criminal aspects that they can like prove, then it kind of can just go this way. But that doesn't mean that she was lying. It doesn't mean that he didn't do it. Because just like Shannon Sharpe, you don't pay people millions of dollars or however much money for something you didn't do. You would fight to every tooth and nail to say like, I've done this, especially when there are two people that are at the same kind of like wealth versus someone going against a huge corporation. So fuck you, Shia LaBeouf. And he really upsets me because I really, we grew up on Even Stevens. You grew up on him being this really great kid actor who transitioned. He was in the Transformers. He was on these things. Then turned out to be a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And I completely understand addiction, alcoholism, drug addiction, having a rough childhood now that can impact you with trauma, etc. But it's so important that we don't take our trauma out on other people as best as we can. And if you've been hurting yourself and others for years, you need to get help when you can, especially when people are telling you like, this is hurting me, I need help. And if you don't think you can do that, like, you might need to remove yourself from people's lives, like, and say, I need to take that break versus causing all this harm and leaving all this wreckage in your path. Like, that's just not fair. But shout out to you, FKA Twigs. She recently had her third studio album came out called You Sexua. And it came out in January, and people
I couldn't
really
tell
loved
you a song.
Not
from the album. I just mean from FKA Twigs. I recognize that they're an artist, but I could not tell you.
She came to.
Did they? No.
Had days.
That's Taylor Swift, who did Bad Blood.
Oh yeah. No, she didn't. One like Cellophane. I really love that one.
How does that go?
I can't. Her beats are very odd. Water Me. I like that one. She came out. I think that I found out about her.
Is she black?
Yeah, she's a mixed black woman from Europe.
Oh, okay.
From England.
I didn't know that.
I came upon her because I think it was around the time when I still had a Samsung phone, and they used to, on Samsung Music, used to get like free, just random free songs.
Sure.
And I saw her one day, and I was like, "Oh, what's her music about?" And I really just liked her music. Like, you don't really get too many like alt black girls who have these really beautiful voices. So I was so like happy that she came out, and she was just so like odd, and I love that. Like, if you watch her videos, she is not like, quote unquote, like a average R&B or anything singer, but she's a beautiful voice, and she always kind of puts all of it into her music. So if you haven't already, go check out.
She has a song with Kanye West, Ego Death.
Yeah, I mean, she's had a lot of music with a lot of people.
Childlike Things, Oh My Love.
Her first album that I've listened to was LPI. That has majority of the songs that like kind of showed me her. But all of her albums are great, so go listen to them. If she's playing in your city, go see her. And fuck you to fucking the U.S. immigration, because she was supposed to have a tour here this spring, but it was canceled because she had visa issues. So that's annoying. And
yeah, a lot of international artists seem to be having issues with visa. Drew McIntyre was not able to get into the country for a little bit because he has dual citizenship, but he bought I guess he didn't have his American passport, and so like he had to figure that whole thing out in order to get back to America for SummerSlam. He obviously made it back for SummerSlam,
but still, that's just
it took him a few extra days to figure that whole thing
what's
out.
Annoying about the way that now that like America's making everything so hard for every single person trying to come here, regardless of if these are countries that we've had like long-standing relationships with, is that now when you go to those countries, they're making it extra hard.
Yeah.
Whether it's Mexico, Germany, the UK, or whatever. Now you go there, you ask her questions. There's all this stuff, and I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. Like, trust me, I would love to get out of this country and flee to wherever I could, But right
Why
now,
are you here? What?
Like,
yeah, like
I'm just taking a break from the fuck ass trash bag.
Where
ass
are you
country that I live
going?
in.
Why are you here? Remember, they asked us a couple questions, but they asked Keith like a bunch of
They
questions.
asked him so many questions.
They asked him. So, he's like, "You're too good looking to.
You're not just
want to come here for no reason whatsoever. Get out of here."
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
Let's see. Do you want to talk about the crazy DC comics, or do you want to talk about Venus first?
Let's talk about the crazy DC comics.
All right. So I don't know. I found this video, and it's one of those things that I figured maybe you may know a little more about this than me, because like I just don't read comics as much.
Sure.
So
Sorry.
Let me share this video from a creator, Cody Tucker. Now, I do not know who Cody Tucker is. I don't know what type of stuff he has, but I saw this video and I thought it was interesting. So if he does have other fuck shit, that's I don't know about it. I didn't check him. So sorry. I just
Way to do your due diligence.
I just saw the video and I said, you know what? He's saying things that I find interesting.
1988, DC Comics released a short-lived comic series called The New Guardians. This team of superheroes were meant to showcase the lesser represented groups in our society. One of those heroes was an Inuit man whose superpower was to bring out the best in people. Craziest of all was a flamboyantly gay Peruvian magician named Extraño. His arch nemesis was a villain named the Hemogoblin, who was responsible for giving Extraño HIV. One of the New Guardians' most insane villains was a character named Snowflame, who would give himself superhuman strength and speed before attacking the New Guardians. The way he would give himself these superhuman abilities was by snorting massive amounts of cocaine. His catchphrase was literally, "Cocaine is my god." In 1988, DC Comics released a short-lived comic.
So here's the thing.
Have you ever heard of these?
I've never heard of this comic series, but it's all I want to read now.
Which one is your favorite? Which of those villains and or heroes are your favorite?
Obviously, Snowflame.
Yeah.
Who gets his superpowers from doing cocaine. It reminds me, did you ever watch Metalocalypse?
Yeah, we watched that together.
Yeah, remember
the clown?
Yes, the clown, Dr. Roxo.
Yeah.
I do cocaine.
That should be a drop.
I do cocaine. That should be a drop. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna write that down.
Take a shot.
Take a shot.
Let me take a half a shot because I was the one that
I do cocaine. Anyhow, but I want to read this. I wonder if I can find it anywhere.
I want to know what is this? What the
hemoglobin? What was it called?
The hemoglobin that gives the flaming.
Well, it's not that he gave him AIDS, not gives, because that would be a fucked up power. If you constantly are just giving the same person AIDS.
Sorry, he gave them HIV.
HIV, sorry.
So
my bad. I keep forgetting. They're different.
He somehow was responsible for giving the flaming gay man hero HIV. So I'm going to assume that must be his power. And I want to know, DC Comics, what was his backstory? Because now I do need to read this now because I'm very confused, and I want to know how this got.
I want to know the Hemogoblin's origin story, and I also want to know Snowflame's origin story.
Yes,
because every origin story is essentially how did they get their power? How did they discover their power?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the Snowflame guy. I wonder if he was just like a powerful New York Wall Street executive,
mm-hmm.
and he discovered that while he was on cocaine, Wolf of Wall Street type shit. You know, like he did cocaine and he busted out of his shirt. What is this?
Remember when Leonardo DiCaprio was doing the worm and
yes, I do remember that. We should watch.
That was a good movie.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Well, speaking of other people,
I'm gonna see if it's anywhere
who may possibly be using some of Snowflame's powers.
Knowing my life, it's nowhere probably.
Lavern Cox. So I was alerted to this video because I had been on TikTok scrolling.
Sorry.
I had been on TikTok scrolling, and one of these people content creators that I follow, they were kind of like dragging her, and I was like, what happened? Like, what did she do? So I go to Twitter, I search it, and then I find this video. So let's watch, and then we can proceed. And I would love to hear everybody's thoughts, to be honest. I don't want to just hear Kid Licorish's thoughts. I want to hear what all you got to say.
My ex-boyfriend, when we met 5 years ago at the height of the pandemic, he was 26, I was 48. He is blonde hair, blue-eyed, MAGA Republican voter who is a New York City police officer. We were madly in love. I did not develop any of these politics. I still have my own. Yeah. My ex-boyfriend was 22 years younger than me, hot MAGA Republican New York City police officer. Yeah. To hear more about that, come to my show at City Winery in New York City, July 28th. It's a Monday, showtime 8 p.m.
Okay. I think that this clearly is to promote a show. You're mining your life for material as a ex-comedian myself.
Yeah.
You mine your life for material.
You're not an ex-comedian. Shut up.
And what would you call me? I'm not a current comedian. I'm not doing stand-up now. I'm not making jokes.
You're on this podcast making jokes.
Barely. If you want to call the shit that comes out of my mouth jokes. But that's neither here nor there. You mine your life for material. And it sounds as if this probably is tongue-in-cheek, not something that she is like prideful of, but is proud of the material that came from it.
Well, I mean, I'm glad to have you here to have that perspective. I think for me watching it, yes, you're promoting your show, but is the way that she's presenting the information, it to me is not like where some other comedians they're talking about something like fucked up and being kind of like silly about it, but they're also making it clear that like this was kind of fucked up. Yeah. Whereas she, both in her words and her tone and like her little, dough in the headlights, eyes or whatever, is asking like saying it as if this was some sort of like Disney princess fantasy. And so I'm so curious. I'm curious. I don't want to go to the show, but I would like to see the rest of what this little.
I want to see what the story is. I want to see what the set is, just because I'm curious now what the set is. It if anything, it's probably they dated, found out later on that knew he was a cop, didn't know that it was MAGA, and hilarity ensues. Like, what?
I think that it's something, and I feel like we've talked about this before, where it's like having cops in your life in any way is especially when you're someone who is like politically astute. It's such a complicated space because on one hand, when you are with these people outside of their like copness, they can be cool, regular people, like chopping it up, all that. But then on the flip side, you know that there are some of them who are either upholding a system that is harming the community or doing nothing about it, or just kind of saying like, whatever, fuck this, I don't care, I'm just gonna like live life and get this check. And they're not thinking about it any differently than they would think about working at Staples. Like, it's just like whatever else is going on. My name is Bennett. I ain't in it. And so I think about, like, if you're someone in a group or into something, in someone who's intersectional, variety of groups that are attacked by the police, I always find it curious when those people are in relationship romantically with someone who's a cop, because not only, like, yes, he's white, yes, he is MAGA, yes, he is a cop. Those three things are all contradictory, right?
Contradictory?
Yeah, contradictory to you being a Black trans woman. Like, those are all things that have, like, clashes.
Sure.
The 22-year difference, I find that weird, but like, I know that is a deeper conversation in the queer community.
That's some celebrity shit.
No, not just in the celebrity world, but like in the queer community, there's a lot of those
I was about to
gaps.
make a terrible joke.
Well, I'm glad you did not. And so, like, that's kind of weird, but also, at least Batman was an adult, so he could just do what he wants with his life. But I don't know. I feel like Lavern Cox, I feel like she hasn't been kind of as everywhere she was before, and maybe is trying to keep herself relevant in ways that could possibly seem like they're leaning far right. And
I don't think that's what that is.
I would hope, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and say, maybe you're using the MAGA-ness as a bait and switch,
Yeah.
Like, remember that Black girl who made those MAGA hats and said her family was kicking her out?
Yeah.
Maybe this is what she's doing. And
yeah,
if she's doing that,
it could be something like that. Like,
I respect that.
Yeah.
Take these MAGA folks' money.
I'm not just gonna take it for face value.
Yes.
And this is part of the reason why I'm not on the internet now, is because a lot of people will take things that are meant to be tongue-in-cheek at face value.
Well, people don't understand satire anymore.
Yeah.
Because there are so many people who are saying they're joking, but they're just being assholes. And then we also have a critical
and some people are actually joking, but people think they're being assholes.
And there's a lot of
some people who are actual assholes who hide behind the idea
exactly.
But that was just a joke.
So it's like, this is why, I always say that white supremacy and racism ruins everything, like, in culture, because so many things
definitely ruined the internet after Trump got elected the first time.
I mean, it's ruined the internet always,
when
but
I got off the
especially when after then.
That's when I got off the internet.
But it's like racism and bigotry, it makes it so that so many things that are, like, funny, whether you're talking about race, gender, religion, whatever, there are so many things that we all talk about with amongst our in our groups that we know are hilarious, but we can't even say them because that some asshole is going to try to use it against you or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
So it's like all of this takes away from our ability to see something and have nuance about it. But because she is a Black woman, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and some grace and not drag her, because I want to know. Obviously, the show already happened. So if y'all watch the show, y'all want to go get tickets, let us know. What was it about?
Yeah.
Because I'm
just
curious.
give us
a little cliff note.
Give us the DL.
The spark. Give us the DL.
Yeah.
Now that's the name of this episode. Okay, but to talk about somebody who was actually doing coke. Did you see this Hunter Biden video?
Yes.
Now, I want to say I do not have a problem with Hunter Biden.
I don't have a problem with coke. Cocaine and crack.
The problem is not the people who are doing it.
Some of my favorite friends, sorry, not friends. Some of my favorite okay. Some of the people in my life have done coke and crack.
I think that people, whatever they're going to do things, whether it's drinking, whether it's class A drugs or class B drugs, I don't know all the letters that they use, but whatever the ones that they are, people are going to use them. Okay. That is not the issue. The issue is what happens when you're using them. Are you harming people, harming property, etc., not taking care of your responsibilities, etc., etc., etc. So it's like, whatever. There's a major reason why people are like decriminalized and end the war on drugs, right? But he had this very interesting video or interview that came out where he's talking about, his very well-known battle with addiction when it came to coke and crack. And I want to say, even though watching it, it was like, it's like quote unquote funny to watch it. I did think it was a very informative thing and something that people could use, and not in a sense using it to like go get drugs, but more so like getting a real perspective from this huge figure where maybe you haven't been watching those Dare videos, but you're going to listen to the president's son.
It's there. Just let the morning move it. Sorry. Anyhow, continue.
Is that the Dare song?
It's Gorilla's Dare song.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is this article that he had, or the interview he had, and I'm curious of your thoughts. Now, I did speed this up 1 to 1.75. I might make it lower if it feels like it's intolerable for you to hear, but just so that we can get through it, because it's a minute or 3 minutes long.
Sure.
The only difference between crack cocaine and cocaine is sodium bicarbonate and
lower
heat.
Lower this.
And those things are pretty much free if you go to like a science store.
So it's free. You can go to your neighborhood convenience store and just get. Anyway, I don't want to tell people how to make crack cocaine, but it literally is a mayonnaise jar of cocaine and baking soda.
That's the part that's funny.
Vastly different. And like for real, I feel really reluctant to kind of have some euphoric discussion. I know you're not asking me to do that, but have some euphoric discussion about crack cocaine.
I think this might be kind of the opposite here.
Okay, no, it's the exact opposite. I'm saying I don't want to have the experience of some euphoric recall. That's how powerful crack cocaine is. Does crack cocaine make you act any differently? No. Is it safer than alcohol? Probably. People think of crack as being dirty. It's the exact opposite. When you make crack, what you're doing is you're burning off all the impurities so that it combines with the sodium bicarbonate, which makes it smokable. That's all. All of these actors and, people in the past that talk about they had a problem with cocaine and freebasing. They were smoking crack.
So straw on the stove is the same thing.
Not exactly, but close to it. But it's a little bit different. But anyway, my point about it, your point about it, which I think is true, is that there's a thing about crack that is really insidious. And what it is that anytime, I think one of the reasons that they believe that smoking cigarettes is so addictive is because it combines 3 really important things. It's habit forming, there's an oral fixation, and there is a ritual combined with it. And so the idea of hand to mouth is a habit and a fixation that we learn very early, even as children. With a pacifier, with a spoon, with your thumb, to even to breastfeeding. Okay, so really, I don't want to get into the psychology of it because I'm no expert, but I do know this, is that you combine with that ignition, combustion, and then you combine the ritual. You have your cigarette in the morning, you have a cigarette when you get out of the car, you have your cigarette with your coffee. Crack is that on steroids. It's over and over. There's ritual to it. There's a ritualized part of it. The combination of all of those addictive behaviors together becomes like really powerful. And the drug in and of itself is a more immediate euphoric sensation and connected to it than, in my experience, cocaine alone.
Does it require more frequency to maintain the high?
Yes. And the capacity to use more than you could otherwise with powder cocaine, just physically to be able to ingest it.
So you're kind of saying that cocaine reaches a certain plateau of euphoria where you can't necessarily get any higher?
In my experience, yes. This is like a PSA. If you want to completely, utterly fuck up your life, I don't think that anything is necessarily, you do it once you're addicted. But there's about the closest thing that statement can be true would be with crack cocaine.
I want crack now.
Come on.
I do.
I think that this the
Crack
what he
now.
was saying,
I want crack now. I want crack now. Remember that song?
Yes, I do remember that.
Clap Back by Ja Rule.
I think the reason is
for
what
crack.
he's saying. All the things he's saying, I think, are really informative. They're very great, and I think we should know. But the reason why this is funny is because he looks and sounds like the fucking president.
Yeah, he
so
does.
So now I'm feeling like,
well, he does. I mean,
he looks a lot like his father, like a young Joe Biden.
Yeah, he looks like
and
that's the
like
thing. He looks
too.
like a young Joe Biden, not like current
not
Joe
him
Biden.
now, but that's what I mean.
Just a little bit of crack. Crack's okay.
Like I think that it's one, crack and cocaine.
That's why we lost the election, is because we didn't get that motherfucker out. We had him debate. We had him debate once and said no. We shouldn't have had him debate at all. We should have been like, no, you're not running. You're not running again.
Maybe he should have gotten some crack.
God damn.
To give him a boost.
Just a little bit of crack.
Just a little bit of cocaine.
Nah, I'm Joe Biden. There's a little bit of crack.
But, like, I appreciate that he, one, has kicked his addiction, which is very difficult. And
I mean, so he says.
Going on, well, we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt and hope that he has. And I think that him saying, like, I don't want to go, I don't want to tell you how amazing it is because I'm freaking sober and I don't want to have that recall or else I could be in trouble and need to go to a meeting or something. But I do find it funny when wealthy white people are on crack, like whatever. It's funny, like whatever, because so many Black people have been, and Black communities have been completely ravaged by crack cocaine. And nobody is giving us fucking beautifully lit field of flowers and butterflies, birds chirping in the air, freaking like interviews. When they would talk, remember when that interview with, who was it that interviewed Whitney Houston about the crack? Do you remember?
I don't know who
the white woman.
Wasn't it Barbara Walters?
Barbara Walters did one, but there was that one where it was like crack is whack, crack is cheap, or whatever. And I forget. Maybe it was I'm gonna look.
I don't know.
But even like when she had that interview, one, it was like dark. And it was completely created to
shame Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston.
Yes. And it's like the fact that I'm glad that they were giving him Diane Sawyer. Okay. I'm glad that they gave him a platform and gave him the respect and ability to talk about something that
we've come a long way with our crack.
But it's like we get the opioid crisis now compared to when it was mostly Black and brown communities. We were getting like sending fucking SWAT teams and throw everybody in jail and all these things. So it's kind of just like, all right, this wealthy white man who's the son of the president did crack. This is the news that we're getting. But thank you to him for telling people this shit is rough.
And thank you for making crack seem so appealing. Because quite frankly, I want to do crack now.
Remember that what was it, Talladega Nights, or what was the one?
It's Always Sunny, I think you're thinking
No, it's the one
where he's like
no.
Okay.
It is the one with Will Ferrell, and what is the guy he did Step Brothers with?
John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly, and John C.
No.
Reilly comes
is
into
it John C. Reilly?
Yeah, John C. Reilly. He comes into the door, and it's the Black guy from that Black actor, and he's like, "You don't want to do this."
Malcolm Clark Duncan.
No. He's like, "You don't want to do this." And he's talking about weed.
Oh no! Will Ferrell's not in it. You're talking about Walk Hard.
Walk Hard. Yeah,
It is John C. Reilly, and and it's he was the ladies' man.
Dewey Cox story.
The Dewey Cox story. Yeah.
Let me look him up, because I know Tim Meadows.
Tim Meadows. Yeah. You don't want to do this shit. Actually, look to see where it is because I want to watch that tonight.
Okay.
Well, not tonight, but eventually. It's nowhere. God damn
It's on
it.
Amazon.
Yeah, you gotta buy it.
Yeah, not do that. But like, it just made it sounds appealing.
Yeah,
you know?
it sounds. Look,
You didn't make me not want to do it.
I do want to do crack. I would love to. I would love to.
When you're like 80, 85?
No, when I'm like 37. So 2 years from now, or 1 year from now. How old am I? Am I 35 or 36? Okay. 1 year from now, each birthday, I try to have like a thing.
A theme?
37? Crack.
And I'm gonna
37 crack. That's the title of the episode.
No, it's not.
37.
No, it's
crack.
Not. That's terrible. Terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get some crack. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have my friends around.
Why do they need to be a part of this?
So you want me to do crack alone?
Yes, so you can be ashamed of yourself all by yourself for making a dumb decision.
This is why sometimes I don't trust you, because you would have me do crack by myself.
I would not let you do crack
in a space
where are you supposed to be doing this crack? Are you doing it in an alleyway?
No, doing it here.
No, you're not doing it here. You're not doing crack in my apartment.
I'm doing it in my apartment. Yes, I am. Why not? Why can't I do crack here? Are you kidding me? Why can't give me one reason why I can't do crack in this apartment?
It smells weird, and everybody would smell it, and it gets into the walls.
Honestly, it would hide the smell of this goddamn cat. For real. Like, I would take a crack smell over a cat smell any single fucking day. You know how many times I go out to work and I'm smelling the air on the train, I'm smelling my farts throughout the day, and I'm smelling just random New York street smells, and then I come in and I'm like, oh, this fucking cat, because I smell it. I smell that cat. I would rather smell crack than cat. I would rather smell crack than cat.
You have an unhealthy.
Maybe that's the title. I would rather smell crack than cat.
You have an unhealthy vendetta against Arya. I don't know why.
It is unhealthy.
It's an unhealthy vendetta.
Well, she's loud. She's loud and obnoxious, and she's fat, and she's like
a body shamer again. What is with you and body shaming people?
I'm body shaming a cat. I'm not body shaming people. Okay, this cat ain't people. Cat ain't people.
She feels the same.
Absolutely. If she does she feel ashamed?
No,
because if she felt ashamed, then she wouldn't be fucking bulimic ass fat ass cat.
She's not bulimic.
She throws up enough to make me think that she's bulimic.
She gets hairballs.
She does it year round. It has nothing to do with summer.
She gets hairballs and more.
It
so
is
in the summer.
not hairballs that she's throwing up. She's throwing up her fucking.
She's throwing up food, but she throws up food
her
because
kitty
of
mix.
the hairballs.
Her kitty mix.
Anyway.
Any mid.
Anyway.
Any mid. Wish death upon me. This fucking cat likes to throw up and see.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay.
What's next?
Some folks have decided to turn the Hudson in New York City into their own Jet 2 holiday. So I have always known that people like kayak sometimes around the Hudson.
I have seen that. I've
always
seen that.
thought kayak and also those like little paddle boats.
Yeah.
Which I love doing, but I've always thought it was a disgusting thing to do in the Hudson because you don't know what is in that water. Bodies, poop, garbage. It's just a sewer.
The hemoglobin. He's in there.
He is in there. Waiting for you.
He's gonna jump out and get you.
So I saw this and I what this influencer content creator has completely captured my thoughts exactly about people using jet skis in the East River.
Now, granted, they ain't saying shit.
Oh,
why? You're speechless.
Oh, River. Oh. Well, I'll be damned. Yes, I will. Because obviously, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, right? I got the jet skis out. I can bat on your Jet 2 holiday. Nothing beats it. Nothing at all. The people of New York City, I ask you, jet skis in the East River is not crazy? Since when we start doing this? I need answers immediately. When we start doing this, this new or we've been doing this? I'm concerned. Genuinely, sincerely. I would rather count each and every individual grain of sand at the fucking beach before I put any one of my body parts in this dirty ass water. Are y'all okay? Sarah right here, getting the house in here. I want to tell you what she's up to. This is y'all Jet 2 holiday water though. that y'all enjoying. They're really in East River with the jet skis. Like, I cannot believe this. Somebody come look at this. Somebody come. Oh my God.
I just like, what type of tetanus shots? What do you need after that?
Look, listen.
Because you know they're not showering, so they're just bringing these germs around.
You know that I don't talk about my job on this podcast.
Yes.
But the one thing I will say is that this city is full of mentally ill motherfuckers.
Yes.
In general.
Mm-hmm.
I hear it all day at work. And this just tells me, yeah, there's more mental illness out. It just takes different forms.
Mm-hmm.
Some people's mental illness takes the form of being naked and shouting on a train.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some people's mental illness takes the form of jet skiing in the Hudson.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or the East River. The East River goes into the Hudson. The Hudson goes into the East River. So either way.
East River, Hudson.
It's still disgusting.
They're all dirty, disgusting bodies of water that are filled with the dead bodies of mafiosos from the 1970s.
There's so many dead bodies in there.
There's so much, like, it remember the Simpsons early episode where they found the fish with the 3 eyes? Yeah, that's what you're finding in the Hudson.
Yes.
There's nothing living that lives in the Hudson. And if it is living in the Hudson, then we have a real problem. Then there's a different conversation to be had about the creatures that are living in the Hudson.
Not at all.
Like those poor microbes and crabs and planktons that are in there.
The plankton.
You don't want to fucking find out what's in there. So why would you submerge your body into that body of water for anything, even if it is for a fucking ski-doo?
I have a question.
Sure.
Have you heard of the empty wasp nest that they found at this nuclear plant? I want to say, was it North Carolina?
This is how I know that you are on TikTok too much.
No, I did not find this out on TikTok.
You're on anything too much.
This was a news article that I came across.
This is the weirdest thing. This is it's very telling that I'm the one who has to tell you this, but like, get off your phone and read a book.
It was
the wasp nest that's in a nuclear power plant
in South Carolina. In South Carolina, they found an irradiated wasp nest that had a level of radiation 10 times higher than the federal regulatory limit. Now, obviously, the government said that there's no further actions required or whatever, but they basically, the wasp nest was there and there weren't wasps there, so who knows? Like, they've probably been flying around.
We're gonna get Teenage Mutant Ninja Wasp Nest.
Well, the question I had for you: would you rather be stung by a irradiated wasp or swim in the East River?
Irradiated wasp, mainly because I would hope that maybe get superpowers. I would get the powers of a wasp. I would get the powers of a white, affluent, single parent.
White? That is not.
Isn't that what wasp means? No. White? Oh, white adult single parent. That's what it is.
No, it's not. White Anglo-Saxon Protestants.
Okay.
Why would single parent be? Why would it be single parent?
Because there's a lot of wasps in Park Slope.
But the wasps have historically not been single parents. The wasps have historically had like the 2.5 kids. That's where that whole thing goes.
Okay, fair enough.
A very waspy
white Anglo-Saxon
2.5 kids and a dog.
Parents, right? Partners?
Wait,
what is the P?
White Anglo-Saxon Protestants.
Okay.
They weren't Catholic, they were protesters. So they became Protestants.
Wow.
So you would choose the wasp sting over swimming in the East River.
Yeah, so that I can get wings, baby.
But it's hard because I feel like
let me be able to fly. I want to be able to fly.
But what if you had really tiny wasp wings?
Oh, if it was really tiny wasp
you
rings,
could just kind of hover across the...
Then I would just use that to pick up women.
You just be hovering?
Yeah, to be able to do like this. To hover for a little bit, to hover off the ground a little bit, and then they're like, "Oh my god, he's so mysterious."
You think that would be the women's response to you hovering off the ground?
Oh my god.
He's so mysterious.
He's so mysterious. Because the next thing is like, oh, can he pick me up from off the ground?
Well, will you be able to have to do a lot of
the answer is no. Because first off, I can't pick up motherfuckers.
You've picked up people before. You can do it. You just gotta
No, I don't have the back for it anymore.
You gotta just do some squats. Well, watch out for irradiated wasps. If they were in South Carolina, they could be in New York already by this point. We don't know what's going to happen. Summer is not ended, and you never know what bullshit is going to come through the space. You pausing?
Agreed. All right.
So, last but not least, there was a big event that happened at MetLife Stadium this weekend.
WWE SummerSlam, hosted by Cardi B.
WWE SummerSlam. We outside with it. I'm outside. We outside.
And that is the lackluster appeal of that song in general. I have not heard that. Have you heard that song anywhere?
No. Can I tell you something?
What? You don't like that song?
I feel bad.
Why do you feel bad?
Because I like the
body
song better.
I like Offset's body song more than Outside.
I feel bad.
Why do you feel bad about that?
Because I want women support women, and I like the Outside song.
Notoriously, women hate women, but continue.
The Outside song is like okay. I thought it was like it's cute. Now the whole issue with it might be stolen. The whole thing about it might being stolen or whatever, like that part's like okay, like that reduced it a little bit for me. But also like I feel like the beat and everything is just not at the beat specifically for Outside compared to the Let the Bodies Hit the Floor sample and everything. Yeah. What they did with that body song,
Let the Bodies Hit the Floor,
is like it's really good, and I find myself singing that way more than singing the Outside song.
Yeah.
Especially because the last part of it is so repetitive. It's just like I don't know. I like it's not a bad song. It's just not the song of the summer that it could have been. And I know she's been dealing with it a lot with him, so maybe she didn't have the time that he did as a fuckboy to just go be making fancy beats, But I just, I'm glad that she had this moment. The thing is, he might have the song of the summer, but he doesn't have SummerSlam. So,
yes, she got the bag for being at SummerSlam, or hosting SummerSlam, which obviously she was a little bit annoying.
Why?
Quite frankly, she was a little bit annoying. Like, she's like, who here likes Logan Paul? Like, I can't do a good Cardi B. I can't do a good Cardi B.
I love Cardi B because sometimes
I feel racist doing a Cardi B accent.
I love her. I think that, I love the fact that she's like super into social studies and
she looked like civics. A bird in that outfit.
In the first, what was she wearing? What was she wearing on the second night?
On the second night, she didn't actually. On the second night, did she even come out? I might have. Oh, I started SummerSlam late because I was watching Adventure Time.
Okay.
Yeah. I started like 7 minutes late, so I think I might have missed her.
Her outfit yesterday was like, man, it was all right. It was so dark. It's summertime. It's hot. You're in this
like
big
a raven.
She did look like a raven. So maybe that has some symbolism.
You are drunk, miss.
I'm not drunk.
Symbolism.
It has some symbolism. But yesterday was SummerSlam. Today was SummerSlam. Lots of great matches.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we know
no black people won.
And okay, speaking of black people, I'm glad you mentioned that because Jade Cargill came out looking beautiful, looking amazing. And I want to tell you, I said this yesterday, but she is campaigning so hard to be Storm in the next X-Men movie. And I would say I would not balk at her being Storm.
Here's the thing. I understand she looks great as a potential Storm candidate.
She does. Physically.
In the comics, though, Storm is not that muscular. She's not
slim down. Like,
she's not Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill is a unit.
Do you think she's more like a Bianca Belair size-wise? Or maybe Naomi?
Yeah, I would say she's more like a Naomi.
Yeah. Like
she
is and lean.
Strong and lean.
Because Jade Cargill, she is a unit.
She's jacked.
She's
a huge jacked woman.
She's a fucking Amazon. Like, she could be a Dora Milaje.
She's a glamazon. Yeah, she could be a Dora Milaje.
Like, she's just like, please crush me with your thighs. I would love that. That's a great way to die. Great ways to die.
Some ways to die. Great ways to die. So many great ways to die. And if I die from them thighs, Dora Milaje, more like Whora Milaje.
That's also a good. That's a good title.
Yeah.
Whora Milaje.
I have to figure out how to spell Dora Milaje first and then put the whore in there.
Speaking of Dora Milaje, please watch Eyes of Wakanda. We just started it. And it's really good. So it's on Disney Plus. But okay, so Jade Cargill, she was going up against, who was it again?
Tiffany Stratton.
It's Tiffy time. And so this was her outfit. Let me zoom in, make it full screen. So if you look, this is her outfit, right? Mm-hmm. She looked gorgeous. She was repping the Jamaican flag. Happy Independence Day to the Caribbean islands, who it is international. It is in Caribbean International Independence
I
Weekend.
Want there to be a Caribbean Independence Day movie.
Oh, that would be great.
But like
the Maroons, Nanny.
No, but like Independence Day, the movie
with the aliens.
Yeah, with aliens.
The white people as the aliens.
No, I mean just like with regular aliens.
Oh, okay. But would it be based in the 1800s? That would be cool.
That would be cool.
That would be cool, actually.
If Well, how will we be able to fight back?
So because I will say the lore,
because
of
in Independence Day we fought back with like jet planes and we stole a spaceship and stuff. Would it be like that Predator movie where
I think
we get a hold of their ship?
We'd be fighting back with our physicality and like smarts, but also with the magic of the ancestors. Because and you're smiling, however, with the Haitian Revolution,
yes,
the Haitian Revolution,
yes,
the white people documented, and it's become this like lore that the Haitians used voodoo to help them win against the French. So what if it was a mixture of like prey with that in the Predator movie, a mixture of that, like their cunning, but also the magic from the ancestors. And I think that would be cool. And they could probably also figure out how, just like, what is it, Predator, Killer of the Killers, how they used, like, figure out the way to use the weapons. They could do that too.
Sure.
But it'd be fun. I want to see that.
I would see that too.
And across the islands, varied, like
Barbados, Trinidad, Tobago, not St. Lucia. Sorry.
Why not St. Lucia?
St. Lucia. I have bad memories of St. Lucia.
Really?
Yeah.
I forgot you went there.
This motherfucker tried to keep. First off, we almost got kidnapped in St. Lucia.
What?
Yeah, I'll tell you that story later.
Okay.
But second of all, like, this dude came up to me, put weed in my hand, and tried to make me pay for it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want this. I don't want this, sir. He was bold about it. He was so bold to just be like,
why not?
Hey, man. And I was like, what is this? He's like, yeah, that will be $40. I was like, no, excuse me. I'll put it back in your hand and that'll be no dollars.
He saw a young black man and said, you know what? I'm making a sale.
This is when I had my dreads. Anyhow, so
Jade Cargill, she came out. You saw her. She's looking beautiful. Kofi Kingston decided he wanted to put his little 2 cents in and said, keep kind of cool seeing at Jade Cargill paying tribute to me tonight on SummerSlam, but I did it way better and more authentically. First of all, Kofi, one,
okay,
you are a little
bit of history. When Kofi Kingston first.
Now I want you to remember his name is Kofi. But continue, Kofi Kingston.
When Kofi Kingston first started in WWE, they saddled him with a Jamaican persona, and he had a Jamaican accent.
You want to know what his real name is?
Daryl.
No. It's Kofi Naje Sarkodie Mensah. He goes by Kofi Kingston because of the whole trope about him being Jamaican.
Yeah.
But it's like he had a fake Jamaican accent.
Yeah, with a fake Jamaican name.
And you're letting these white boys turn you into a waste man with the shenanigans, okay? Shut up. This is how diaspora wars are created. We already have enough.
Clearly.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, this was before. This was back in the day when, what was this, like 2000?
That's not back enough.
7?
It's not back enough.
5?
At that point, you should have known better.
When did Kofi Kingston start with the WWE?
But he put that out, and I was just like, sir, if you don't respect yourself.
2008. Okay.
I want him to be setting this up for Jade to come and like box him. I want her to box him right in his head. I want that real bad. I want her to.
I bet he wants it too.
Well, probably he has.
We all
probably
want it.
has a.
Oh my god, Jade Cargill. If she came up in here, I would treat her to dinner.
You would treat her to dinner, not just a drink at Harry's.
I'd be one of those financial pigs. for Jade
A
Cargill.
findom?
Yeah.
Or you let her be your findom?
Yes.
Just yell at you while
Yeah,
you send her $50?
Put my penis in a cage.
Oh, goodness.
And clamps on my nips. And then just have me use me as a table.
Anyway.
Or actually use me as a chair. And then she could fart on me.
If you would like to see that video, please send us money.
Send us money and get Jade Cargill. No. Send us money and then get Jade Cargill to come on the show.
Jade Cargill.
I don't like guests, but I will totally get Jade Cargill.
I don't think she's gonna want to come on a show
to sit on me.
First of all, to sit on
I'll
you,
be her carpet man.
When you said she could fart on you,
I could be her carpet man.
Okay. Well, hey, Jade Cargill, if you want Maurice, aka Kid Licorice, to be your human seat, he's ready, willing, and waiting.
Well, and able. I will take. Do you know how many fucking pills I will take in order to get my back to be strong enough for your thunder thighs? Fuck yeah, I will.
Thank you.
And I swear.
We will please get back to us.
All right.
Reach out.
And overall, SummerSlam was a ball. SummerSlam night 1 was kind of meh. Yeah. But night 2 was a lot of fun.
Well, night 1 we had Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso against
Jey
Uso against who was it? Who are those guys?
Braun Breaker
and
Bronson Reed.
The big Bronson Reed.
In fact, do the rest of the card for the first night.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So there was them, and there was Becky Lynch.
Nope, that was tonight. You missed it.
Rachel Rodriguez.
Raquel
Rodriguez.
Yes, and Roxanne
Perez, the big back.
Yes. Yes, she has a back.
It's so bad.
Although that's not even her
thing anymore. Yeah, they were going against that wasn't Charlotte Flair.
It was Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair, and what's the one that had the littler one? Who wears the dark colors? What's her name?
Alexa Bliss.
Yes. Alexa, stop. Oh God.
Yeah.
And then who else was there? After them, who was it? Man. Fuck. Was that Jade Cargill and then Tiffy time?
Yes.
Okay. And then at the end, Sami Zayn.
Who did he go up against?
It wasn't Gunther.
No.
Was someone else. Sami Zayn and that guy who had the girl with him, and she had the leather on. Is it Sylvester?
No.
Is his name not Sylvester?
No, it is not Sylvester.
What's his name?
Karrion Kross.
Okay. And then it was Gunther.
Nope. No. There was a tag match.
Male tag match?
Yes.
Not Roman Reigns.
Logan Paul.
And it was Logan Paul against
But who was his tag partner?
Oh, I forget his tag partner, but it was against Jelly Roll and
I hear voices in my head. They counsel me. They understand. They talk to me.
What's his name? I like him. It's not Randy Savage. I like him. What is his name?
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton. And it was Logan Paul. And I didn't honestly, I didn't pay attention.
Drew McIntyre.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I don't know why I don't remember seeing Drew McIntyre in there. Okay.
Mhm.
But
And
Logan Paul
then,
won.
yes.
And then it was Gunther versus the guy I like. What's his name? Cult of personality.
What do you see?
The
Cult of personality. I know you're in. Who is he?
Cult of personality.
CM Punk.
I was just about to say it.
There you are.
CM Punk. Yes. Okay. So CM Punk won against Gunther to get the world championship title. However, Seth freaking Rollins, even though they're taking out the freaking, but I'm still going to call him that. He came out, cashed in Money in the Bank. And
faked the knee injury.
Came out, whooped CM Punk. But although I want to say he may have won, however, CM Punk did such a great job against Gunther.
Yes, he did.
He was extremely tired, extremely bloodied, wiped out. So Seth freaking Rollins, I know you're being all heel down, but I just don't respect this win.
There we go.
I can't, because you're not facing somebody at their full strength.
Yeah. So he's very strategic.
He is.
The ruse of the century.
He has the title.
Yes. Now he has the title.
Now he has to keep it.
That's
so,
the good part.
I didn't see night 2, so I don't know all that happened. Except for the last part with who was doing the last match? It was fuck.
You want me to?
No, it was Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare.
Sure.
Against.
Yeah. What's
John
his name?
Cena.
There we go. There we go.
John Cena.
Yeah.
You can't see him.
Yes.
But who else was doing the other cards?
It was AJ Styles versus sorry. AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio. It was the triple match with Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Naomi.
Oh, who won that one?
Naomi.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Well, speaking of Naomi, look at this adorable picture that I saw today. Cassidy Brianna there in her cute little caution tape outfit. This is so cute. I just think she looks adorable. Now, I don't remember where I first saw Cassidy from, but I think I've been following her for some time, and she's adorable. And another reason why representation matters, because we wouldn't have this cute little girl probably there in the same way if she didn't have someone that she could look at and be like, I want to be her. So shout out to you, Cassidy.
Okay. Yeah. There was a 6-way tag match. I'm not naming everybody in that goddamn tag match.
Oh.
But the Wyatt 6 won.
I don't even know who those people are, but okay.
Yeah. Who else won? Oh yeah, Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu.
Really? They're going against each other.
They were in a steel cage match.
Really?
Yes.
Why are they fighting?
Oh, because Jacob Fatu has left the
second bloodline.
The second bloodline, yeah.
So
they've now renamed themselves as the family.
Okay, because that's so different.
My family tree. Sorry, my family tree.
So from bloodline, my family tree. All right. All right.
And then like Lia Valkyrie versus Becky Lynch in a no disqualification match. And then it was AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio. And Then the Cody Rhodes versus John Cena.
Oh, Brock Lesnar came out.
Oh yeah, Brock Lesnar came
Which
out.
I was kind of like curious about because doesn't he have
there is
a weird case?
He has a weird case.
Why is he around?
That's a good question. That is a very good question. He was named in a sex trafficking case.
The one
with Vince McMahon.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, but we don't have enough time to get into that.
Well, that was SummerSlam.
That was SummerSlam.
It was a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
So we are gonna get into the end of the show, where we talk about the things that pissed us off and the things that made us happy this week.
Yeah, so we're gonna do it quickly.
Bring it. What?
What's making you mad?
Whenever you do it like that, it's so funny. So the government has taken away the funding to CBS, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. If you do not know this, they fund NPR, PBS, all of these shows, podcasts, and things that we all know and love. Trump has been pushing for this since day one because of woke media or whatever. This pissed me off. And even though, we all grew up with watching PBS, and it's the end of it would say funding is provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting
and viewers like you,
from viewers like you, which is great, but
it was never from me.
One, it's like
I was a child.
I hope that people in the arts really pull together to give us the money we need to keep these things afloat. But also, like, this is just fucking shitty fascist bullshit. And I'm so sick and tired of living in this country and every day having to wake up with some new dystopian bullshit on the agenda that you have to think about, and then you have to file away, and then you have to just go about your day like nothing ever happened. I'm fucking tired.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking tired. Like PBS News and just whatever the PBS gives us all of these things that are great for everybody, Mr. Rogers and all that. Like, there's no reason for us to take away funding. So a big fuck you to the American government, always and always.
Yes.
What about you? What's making you happy? Or what's making you angry?
What's making me angry right now? I gotta say, motherfuckers who are the top of the food chain and companies that want to have discussions with middle management. Like, if you are in the upper echelon or you run the fucking company, why the fuck are you talking to some middle of the road nobody who is just trying to do their fucking job? Like, calm the fuck down, relax, chill, go somewhere with that shit. Anyhow, that's the thing that's making me mad. What's making you happy?
I'm the baby merchant. Cats are us.
All right. Well, what's making me happy is I will be in Germany this time next week. Right? Yeah, I think so. I'll be in Germany, celebrating my cousin's wedding. Shout out to you. This is gonna be amazing, and I'm so excited to see all my family and everything like that. So that's what's making me happy.
Okay.
How about you?
Doing this podcast with you,
and also doing this podcast with you.
Shout out again to my friend who's taking her locks out. I did like them. I did like the locks, but most important thing is comfortability with your hair. Like, as somebody who can't grow hair, do what makes you feel most comfortable with your hair. That's my thing. All right. That is everything.
That's what made you happy this week?
Yeah.
Your friend taking their hair out?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sure, happiness.
Also had some really good spaghetti. So that was really good.
All right.
You cooked some very good spaghetti. It was bacon and shrimp in there.
It was.
And I ate the rest of it today.
Oh, Well, I'm glad you liked it.
And I think it was
yeah, exactly how I said.
But it still tastes good, but did have a little ting. Anyhow, that is it. If that's everything, that's everything. Thank y'all for watching this podcast. We will be back next week with more episode. Well, not next week, another week. Until then, take it easy, keep it sleazy.
Bye.
Hold on. I didn't do any of the other banners.
That's all right. I mean, it happened.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the show. If you'd like to contact the podcast, you can reach us via email at blackandsnerdypodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok at Black and Snurdy Podcast, as well as on Twitter at Black and Snurdy. You can find me, Maurice, on all social media under the handle Licorish is Legit. That's LICORISH is legit.
And you can find me on Instagram. It's that's OD THATSOD.E, and on Twitter THATSOD_E. And don't forget to like, rate, and subscribe to us. Tune in next time to the Black and Sturdy Podcast, where nerds of a feather flock together.
Remember,
bye.
Boy.
Not yet.
No, this is keeping it. We're keeping this in. Don't forget to take your meds and your subs and drink water. Bye.
Bye.
I actually want to keep that.